As I predicted in all my last videos and especially yesterday, we are down now, but we will go deeper. I told yesterday we will go deeper. So don't buy the markets or stay away. And you see now in Ethereum we are at 3012. In Bitcoin we are comfortably going in direction of 60. Current price is 62 399, and in Solana we are going in direction of 80. I will later in this video tell you, somewhere in the middle of the video, tell you then something about the markets. We will talk about S&P, we will talk about Bitcoin, Solana, gold, and so on, and other markets, crude oil. So listen to this video now until the end, because I'm not going to tell it. I tell a market, talk a little bit, then tell the next market, right? So first of all, we begin with Fed's Kashkari, who said most likely scenario we stay put for extended period on rates. Exactly as I told you, the Fed has never said, and also in the last week has never said we cut the rate. And everything you read on the newspapers, a lot of newspapers or news agency, you read, yes, the market is S&P is going up or Bitcoin is going up because hoping of rate cuts in December, and Fed said this and Fed told you this. And you know now everything is lie, guys. If Jerome Powell is talking, you must read between the lines, okay? Also, Kashkari, and he is a very important Fed member, said jobs report Friday was softer than expected, but not soft. Exactly this I told you also in my last two videos. Go listen to them. There is the evidence. Why? Because the data was manipulated, the data was faked, and it was something unusual. The market thought the job number is now very high, and that means now Fed is not going to cut the rates, as they are very comfortable with this data. Finally, he said, in March I jotted down 2 rate cuts for this year. Possible we stay at 2 or go to 1, or 0 rate cuts for June and September. What did I tell you guys? Can you remember that? So we first listen what I said in my last video. The video is there. The title is Fed No Rate Cuts in 2024. Guys, if you watch my videos only to know the prices, you write down the prices and go and want to trade, buy short, buy short, buy short, I tell it to you seriously, I tell it to you honestly, here is not the right place for you. It is not the goal and aim of making my videos or putting so much energy here to inform traders, okay? It's not a signal, buy signal, sell signal channel just for free, okay? My aim is that you learn something, that you start thinking, guys, all right? So here we go with the first video. Go watch it again, but I play some. It will be the most important days of this week. Last but not least, next week we will have the inflation data, so that making the markets very nervous. Not about that only, so you might ask yourself why we had during the last days, so the big, well, I said also to some, you got the post that the markets are bullish. Asia opened the market very bullish yesterday. And the reason is that they are expecting, well, something new today and tomorrow. So the markets were correcting to the bullish side. And if you remember, I wrote to some of you and said that last Wednesday, Michael, the son of the bitch sailor, was making a video and announcing again his bullshit that Bitcoin will go up. So, of course, we had a short time period until now compared to last Monday. Then I gave you some very important information about the intention of Michael Saylor and 20 million, something around that, in Bitcoins and Ethereum. All right, this is very important information. Why? Especially in crypto finance. If, for example, I transfer some Bitcoins to your wallet and you transfer me back 2 Bitcoins into my wallet, then even our transaction, let's say I transfer to you 1 Bitcoin, all right? Or even 0.5 Bitcoins. And you transfer me back, let's say 2 Ethereum for that, all right? Then the price in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and related crypto markets suddenly moves a lot, guys. That means even you are able to move those prices with very, very little amount of Bitcoin. Why? So, why exactly? If you want to know why, go watch this video because I explained it clearly to you. And this is a game of Fed. They talk first of all sweet things about the market. So the market going up, the market traps the buyers, and then at the end, as you can see at the beginning, he said, if we see a market labor weakening, it could be spur a cut. Okay, again, here's the sentence. If we see a market labor weakening, it could spur a cut. Can you see that? Read it again. If we see a market labor weakening, it could spur a cut. If we see a market labor weakening, it could spur a cut. First of all, he says if. We see a marked labor weakening. The people read labor weakening, but they don't read marked. So the question is, what is marked? Is there any definition of marked? Has he said on how many percent or a clear number? He did not. Again, he says, if we see a marked labor weakening, it could spur a cut. He doesn't say it will certainly or it will 100% to spur a cut. He says it could, possible, but not for sure. Possible is possible because in all directions the ways are open. Okay? So do not believe before. If you trade the news, read it, understand it, and read between the lines, guys. So this is the first mistake. If you have taken losses, you deserve it. Why? Because you know why. Because you just read the word cut. And then, oh, he said cut. Oh, the market go down. Oh, I will buy. Oh, I will make Bitcoin goes to $1 million. Oh, I have my Lamborghini. Oh, yes. But now you have lost 50% of your account possibly. You have lost a lot of money possibly. And why? Because you didn't read the rest of these sentences. So you deserve it. Then before it, he said, would need to see multiple readings on inflation to be confident to cut rates. So he is warning, we would need to see multiple readings on inflation. Next week we have inflation data. It's not the only one. So he's suggesting many data that will come later. And then at the end, he sees the market is going on and rising, and then he says, okay guys, I am killing you softly, but now I will punch you down. And then he says, in March I jotted down 2 rate cuts for this year. Yes, but he didn't say that in December and January he said 7. Possible we stay at 2 or go to 1 or 0 rate cuts for June, September. I think more clearly a statement of a banker cannot be. Okay? So, and here we come to the first market. I start with gold. First of all, if at the current price is at 2,315, the levels down, if it's going down, the first level will be 2,280, then 2,250. If it's breaking down, then 2,233 and 2,168. If it's breaking down, it will go between 2,120 to 40. If it's breaking down and so on, the last bottom will be at around 1,900, and then I make a new video at that time. If it's going up, the first level will be at 2,310, 2,382, 40, 2,382, 2,395. There we will be for a reaction. If it's breaking up, it will go to 2,500. And now we come first to the next statement. As I told you, I am not making now randomly the markets, for example, Bitcoin and the NASDAQ, so that some people watch only 1 minute and then they are not watching the rest of the video. So in between, I'm talking, I tell you about the markets, then I'm talking, I tell you about the markets. All right? My channel. Bye-bye. So then Orbex is writing is that it for the US dollar's rise. The dollar has been on the retreat since the last Wednesday's Fed meeting without much in the way of data this week to give it fundamental support. Realistically, the turn to the downside for the dollar happened after Friday's weaker than expected jobs data, but like we warned ahead of the data release, the NFP forecast might not have been capturing the growing weakness in the jobs market. So 2 statements, one wrong, one is right. I begin with the wrong. The downside to the US dollar never is there, and the US dollar will go much more higher. So therefore, US dollar Japanese yen now currently at 154.77. The market is extremely robust after the correction of the last week, and it was a profit taking. The next level are at 154.87, 154.920, 155.10, 154.21, 155.68, 155.85, going up to 156.18. This is the all-time high. If breaking that, the Japanese yen will go and has potential to go to around 180. downside. We are not talking why, because the Japanese yen is extremely bullish. So then he says, as we warned ahead of the data release, the NFP, the non-farm payroll of the last week forecast, might not have been capturing the growing weakness in the market, job markets. Yeah, that's right, exactly. Like I tell you, so the data was not complete. The market wanted to see what it wants to see. And the price is right. The market is almost wrong. Why? Because they are going to the opposite direction of the market. So if I say the market, I say the participants and almost the retail traders. And they are trading on the news. That was the reason that we had a hype. So, and they started to sell the US dollar. It will not happen, guys. Why? First of all, there is a lot of need. We are talking here about the biggest market at all times, about the US dollar. The US dollar is unbeatable, will be unbeatable, stays unbeatable, and there is no other market that can beat the US dollar. Even gold has not that power. Why? Because to buy gold, you need the US dollar. That's all. So the US dollar is not only a currency. The US dollar is not just a name. The US dollar is not just a paper or piece of paper. The US dollar is not only that you need to pay your bills or a car or whatever. The US dollar is something that is driving all the markets. It is an indicator. The US dollar is the most expensive product on our planet. The US dollar is that it rules our lives, it's ruling our economy, it's ruling our global economy, it's ruling the international trades, it's ruling everything. And if I say everything, I mean it. Everything, every single thing that we are living, that we are breathing is caused by the US dollar. That's fact. If the US dollar is just moving upside or downside, the whole world is shaking, right? So, like a milkshake. So this is the reason the US dollar will go up, guys. A lot of people, and then if we go on the side of Orbex and in Japanese and US dollar Swissy, we are currently at 0.905686. The target is going back to around going higher to around 92 cents or 0.92. This will be the first target. The US dollar, Canadian dollar, we are currently at 137.73 and the target is 1.5. That's very, very high. If we look at gold after the correction I was talking about, we can talk also about the palladium. Palladium and platinum very closely connected to the gold movement. And at the moment we have a correction of palladium. The target of palladium will be the next target at 968. If breaking down, we will go to 954. If breaking down, we go to 920. Platinum currently at 978. Very important to know why platinum, because platinum is a driver of Ethereum. So you need to watch closely if you're trading Ethereum. The price of platinum is affecting directly the price of Ethereum. Currently, the current price is 978. The trend is down, and if we're going down, we go down first to 963. Breaking that level, we go to 954 and then to 934. That means that Ethereum will go deeper. So here another news now. They are making a lot of now bullshit news about become a miner and how long it does take to mine a 1 Bitcoin and blah 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 and what you need and so on. Guys, stop doing it. I mean, you're going to invest your money in something that has no value, number one, that has no volume, number two, that is highly 99% manipulated, number three. Number four is the market has faked market cap numbers. Okay, a lot of people misunderstanding it by thinking that BlackRock had this EFT and Hong Kong ETFs and so on. Guys, ETFs are not the same like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is just an imaginary product. That's all, right? But that's your choice if you want to do that. So, prediction for Bitcoin, I tell it to you later. And then, guys, we are coming now to Ethereum and Bitcoin. And now a fixed trade. And this is now very amazing. I am really sure they are watching all my videos. I mean, a fixed trade and big newspapers. So, as some know me, they have watching also my last video, and the last video is this one. So the first one, Fed no rate cuts 2024. So why I'm saying this, and I was talking about FTX Alameda research. If you remember that, Sam Bankman and that skinny bitch, and I told you exactly how they are making the business. Well, a trick is, for example, they have been since longer time programmed the softwares of Bitcoin and Ethereum in case the market is collapsing and coming down. Automatically then on that period the software should automatically buy or transfer Ethereum to another wallet, not to buy but only to transfer Ethereum or Bitcoin to another wallet. So therefore Ethereum and Bitcoin and the most cryptos, they have no volume. What you see if you have, for example, a volume indicator and it's showing you the volume, is not the volume people are buying or selling Ethereum, Bitcoin or crypto. It's just showing you at this moment how many wallets are making transactions into each other. It can be done by one person too. For example, you can program 10 wallets to transfer. You have 10 different wallets, 20 different wallets, and you transfer from the first 10 Ethereum, Bitcoin to your another 10. So you can also do it with 1,000, 1 million, and people thinking Ethereum, Bitcoin, there are real people who are buying it. Oh, there are a lot of people. I read today that somebody said, I think it was in Tradingview, someone transferred Bitcoin for $217 to another wallet. So go watch it on Tradingview. It's very amazing news. And now FX Trade is writing, following ETH's recent bull bear statement, FTX Alameda research addresses have transferred approximately 2,000 Ethereum worth $6.7 million to Coinbase. According to PackShift alerts, FTX Alameda research addresses have previously been marked for occasionally transferring ETH to exchanges moments before a market downturn. In the past 24 hours, hackers related to the Poloniex exchange and Kronos research hack have transferred 1,100 Ethereum to 1,000 Ethereum respectively to US sanctioned mixing protocol Tornado Cash Pexfield alert data shows. So the SEC and the government, especially the US governments, are behind this money washing system. That's the reason they have been revealing many. But they are not announcing who or where, and they will announce it maybe later, for example 1 month or something like that. Therefore, catching this market is just playing with a nuke bomb, right? So, or catching a falling knife. Therefore, you are maybe on the best side if you just have sell and short selling for the cryptos. Why? Because this is a very, 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 very dangerous, risky, manipulative market. Then Michael Saylor said something about ETFs and that it's under the law of the land and this is a security, what of course we all know is a bullshit. And the SEC chair Gensler said in CNBC or on CNBC's Quark Box that most crypto assets are securities under the law of the land as interpreted by the US Supreme Court. This response comes after he was asked about his agency's recent action to file a wealth notice against Robinhood Crypto on Monday. And you heard Robinhood, it's not the first one they get wealth notice by the SEC. No, if you go and search, you will see from the beginning Robinhood was created for frauds, for scamming, for manipulating the markets. It's not the first time, and now the governments are very vague. So I like them. There are some corrupt people there, but I think the majority, there are honest, very honest people who are revealing and revealing the scam Ponzi. They go after them, and they are also after Michael Saylor. So especially because of his last video last day, they are not charging him. How did he knew about the non-farm payrolls, right? 2 days before that, because that's a secret government, top secret document that is published every Friday. And now, how the fuck, who has he paid to receive them? Then Fortune earlier reported that the SEC may be aiming to classify Ethereum as a security after subpoenaing several firms for facilitating the buying and selling of Ethereum infrastructure provider Consens also announced it received a wealth notice from regulator. It's not the only one. Many who are trading also with Bitcoin and Solana are charged now, but they will you will read it maybe during the next weeks, right? So we have our sources, so I get the news very, very fast, seconds after they happen. So therefore, I'm not going to tell some names here, okay? Then in a court filing, Consensus revealed the SEC had secretly considered ETH a security through investigate actions labeled at several firms. And then they write something about the market conditions at this moment. It was at that time that was sideways something. It's okay. And now Ethereum is going down to hell. So here is now the next market. We begin with Ethereum. The Ethereum, first of all, so I got an alert, right? Ethereum hit a new low. We are now below 3,000. It will go deeper. So it means now for Ethereum, yes. So we have broken now the 3,000. And once breaking the trade 3,000, I said, and you got the three plans 2 weeks ago already, the prediction where we are going, the first one is 2,993. The next level is 2,963, and then 2,959. If we break that, we go very, very deep at around 2,183 to around 2,000. It would be now the downside. In Bitcoin, we are going directly now to 62,200. Breaking that, we go to 60,000, breaking that to 61,800 to 61,634. If we break that, we go then to 60,000. Once we break that, we go directly to 50,000. Breaking that, we go to 49,800, and then at that moment we make then a new video. Okay, for crude oil, the levels are currently, the price of crude oil is 78.10. If it's going down, it can go to 75.50 to 77 and 76. Breaking that, it will lead crude oil to 72, and if breaking that, we go down to 68. The next one, and if it's breaking up, then we go first to 80, 83, and 88. And Bitcoin again, so 61,000 is very important zone. If breaking that, we go to 60, and then 53,000 to 50,000. It is the down level. Above 67,000, it can go to 70,000, 76,185, and then 78,500 to 80,700 in Bitcoin. If it goes above 67,000, currently is coming down, as we can see. So in NASDAQ, we are currently at 18,100. If it cannot hold and comes down, we go to 17,794 to 17,651 to 17,387. If it's going up higher, then we go to 18,293, 18,335, 18,518. And the S&P, that is currently at 5,189. So is somewhere in the middle. It has to hold about above 5,165. If it's going down, we go to 5,126, 5,092, 5,036, and 4,099. If it's going higher and holds, so the bullish momentum becoming stronger, then we can go to 5,203, 5,251, and 5,285. So guys, then I hope you had a lot of fun with trading and also with my videos. Subscribe this channel, follow me on Instagram and also on YouTube. Like this channel and share this channel, it's very important. So see you then next time.